There, Royal Challengers Pangalore.
So welcome back here, guys. Third game of the day here at the beautiful Redham House in Constantia. We've got...
Hello, Simon. Good to be here. The wind has definitely picked up a bit since this morning. And yes, looking forward to an exciting game. A match. These teams are very equally matched.
Ooh, and again on the pad. So Ruben Detroit and Chris Pastorius at the crease. Chris, the diminutive left-hander, solid man. And Ruben, much taller, not quite as solid, but got longer levers, so they'll be looking to make a statement early on here. Well bowled again by Ben Twine. Just a little bit of swing there, it looks like, a little bit of shape away. There's a cracking start here by Pangalore. They enjoyed their day at the Sevens yesterday, saw them last night in a very festive mood. And the Rebels as well always enjoy these tournaments. They have been a Cafe Caprice warming up for the last 4 days. But here for the cricket proper. Detroit pulls that out to the widest long on.
Got hold of it, but even with the previous ball, the batsmen are showing intent. Moving up towards the fast bowler. So, yes.
Taking the power play here, so 4-2. Oh, that's a peach again there. So 2 off after 1 here, just the one leg behind the single. So cracking first over here from Ben Twine.
Excellent over. Who's coming in next?
Not 100%. Just waiting for it to update. Tom Massey it is. So he's the brother of, well, I assume he's the brother of one of the team organisers, Ollie Massey, who's fielding out there at long on. So Tom onto bowl now. Right arm medium, looks like. Short ball. Gets away with it, just a single. No, it went out before, Paddy, and I had a look at the wicket, and it still looks like a cracker, even after this being the third game. Some fresh paint down on the lines, but the wicket in the centre looks very well held together. And it's played well so far, don't you think?
Yes, there's been some pace. There's been something in for the pace bowlers. There's been something in it for the spin bowlers. The batsmen just need to settle down.
I think both in both games so far, the first innings, the bowling's been superb and really kept the opposition down. We haven't seen a big score yet, but I think in the first game of Heritage, had a batted their whole 20, they would have put on a big total.
Yes, if they just settled in a little bit and found their feet before going for the wild swipes.
First wicket down here. Tom Massey length outside off. Ruben Detroit gets a little tickle through to the keeper. And Pangalore on the board here against the hotly favoured Rebels. The boys from London making it happen. The replay here, just a little bit of seam away, little tickle and straight through. Umpire Tulani gets the finger up and Detroit's got to go. He'll be disappointed there. Looks disappointed walking off, but just first game of the tournament, long way to go. Now we've got a very talented batsman walking out here, Murray Workman. Right, it's very solid. He likes to work the ball around the corner into funny areas, but very talented. And he'll be on strike to Tom Massey. So 2 singles and the wicket in his first over so far. And the boys from London started well there, haven't they, Paddy?
They have. But again, I want to point out the batsman needs to get themselves settled before they start swinging at everything. You don't need 300 runs on the board in the first 5 overs.
Oh, this could be caught again, going out towards deep point. Oh, just over his head. A great effort by the fielder. Heart in mouth there for Workman. First ball, short and wide. And
I don't think that shot was planned. Did let swing everything at it. Excellent result.
I think the Uber Eats man just fielded the ball out there on the boundary. Could be bringing our lunch, and he's also helped us out by getting the ball back there. So 4 off the first ball for Workman. But you got to say half a chance there.
Now that's a little bit more sensible. Played it off almost off the chest and defensively, and yes, jogged through for 1 run.
So 9 for 1 after 2. So Pangalore, probably the happier of the 2 sides at the moment with the wicket. Now the new batsman Workman back on strike.
Ben Twine, who had an amazing first over. Gently nudged to square. 1 run.
Twine bowled nicely. You can almost say he had it on a string there. So the lefty now, Pastorius, back on strike, just getting the field right. So they are going to stay with the power play.
4 fielders on the onside, 2 on the off.
Third man, deep point, deep cover, long off. And got quite a square field on the leg side for the lefty. Got the deep mid wickets and then a deep square leg just behind square. But the man at long on and long and third fine leg, sorry, doing some yards out there, going across to third man and long off as we swap. So another ball just being returned or hit onto the pitch or something. Not sure.
Yeah, that must have come from the practice nets.
Boys need to try and keep it in the nets if they can.
Has a swing in it, doesn't connect properly. Pushes it through, they get 1 run.
So great start here for Pangalore. Just the 1 boundary so far. And 8 singles. Down leg though, it's a little bit loose from Twine. He's probably lucky there was no connection there from Pastorius. Lucky to just be a 1 in the wide as opposed to 4 or 6 with the breeze.
Yeah, there's no cover behind the keeper.
Just a little bit of shape into the lefty. Ooh, get through comfortably. Leg bite. Now, what have you made of the standard of cricket so far, Paddy?
I'm a bit disappointed in the batting, but then we haven't had high totals to chase. But the cricket itself has been of a high standard. The 2 previous matches we've watched, and even now, only 3 overs in, I love the intensity. These guys are playing serious cricket.
It's a big tournament, of course, the LMS World Champs. Everyone wants that title. Of course, Masagami, the defending champs, they'll get their campaign underway tomorrow here, I believe. But no, it's been good. The bowling, as you say, has been phenomenal. We saw some superb bowling from heritage cricketers, and then Lila, the Waleed Chowdhury, and Zilani, the left-arm spinner, were superb. I think Zilani 4 for 9 off 4 overs, which is
exceptional.
Outrageous numbers.
And he's such a small guy.
Yeah, just didn't do much of it. Didn't turn it either. Just sliding it in, and never missed the stumps.
Put it down on the proverbial ticking. I got something on that. But it's got down to third man. They strolled through for 1. Pushes it through to long off, 1 run.
Just a bit of a rebuilding phase here for Rebels. Just trying to get the bit of an impetus to the innings. Just been the singles so far and a couple of wides and 1 boundary. Another wide. So Pangalore just got to keep the pressure on here. Keep it tight. They don't want to be giving away unnecessary runs, especially while these guys are trying to find their feet. Make them work hard for it. That's better. Hard lengths make him run.
But some patience shown there by Murray. Good cricket. And yes, we need to keep an eye on the wides. They can end up hurting you badly.
Oh, that's a peach. Squared him right up there. Well bowled by Tom Massey. Just a little nibble. And that was definitely beating him there. Don't think you can claim that as a leave. Just nipped away. And see Workman just take it off stump guard now. So I think he's going to bat out of his crease on off stump. Just to take the swing and seam out of it. Guided away to third man. Especially from this side, that third man area has been a hot spot for fielders there. The wind just blowing left to right as we look at it now. So behind the bowler from this end. Is now we're going to, I think, a change of bowler here. Another seamer. So, interesting this from Pangalore. It's Ollie Massey now. Tom's, I'm assuming it's his brother. But that's only a guess. So, Ollie Massey ball in hand now. He's been one of the main team organisers for the side that I've been speaking with. And Ben Twine's the other one. Nice start again. Been very consistent in their lines and lengths here, Paddy.
Excellent bowling. Yeah, and if the bowler keeps his line straight, let the batsman do the work.
Oh, definitely, especially with the wind blowing in their faces, they're not going to want to hit it straight down the ground. It was a little bit wayward, the full toss, but just a single out to mid-wicket.
And if I was a bowler, I wouldn't be too unhappy about that single. Good solid ball. Again, same thing.
Just hearing the shouts there from the Rebels guys saying it'll come, it'll come. They're just wanting Pastorius and Workman just to hang in there. Don't do anything rash. Eventually, especially when they spin round and hit with the wind, it's going to get easier. Oh, that's a nice shot, that. Lovely shot by Murray Workman. A little bit straight from Ollie Massey and just clipped away. Cool as you like. Couple of bounces and over the rope before. That looked like a shot of ease.
Yes, he looked very comfortable with that. Got his hips behind that one, but only one run for the effort.
So 7 off Ollie Massey's first over. There's another game over on Camps Bay High School. Aylesbury Outlaws, also from England. They're taking on Westfield and the Columbia Moose from New York, USA. So that'll be a good game over there as well. Of course, teams from all over the world coming in here for this 2023 LMS World Champs. Teams from America, Australia, England, Bangladesh, India. Where else we got teams from? South Africa, of course.
Do we have any from New Zealand?
No, unfortunately not. It's a bit of a mission for them on the flight. But of course, the next World Champs, as we announced last night, it's going to be in Australia in 2020. Don't know what year it is now. I think 2024 next year. So in Australia in 2024. So if anyone watching on from home, it'll either be Perth or the Gold Coast. Yet to be confirmed. So should be a few Kiwi teams there, I imagine. Just a short flight across.
Yeah, much easier.
Club to the leg side. So Toby Poulton this is now. So the fourth bowler. So they're changing it up. I know they've got one spinner as well. I was speaking to the guys last night at lovely Newlands Cricket Ground. With the opening function. I've got one spinner in that team. I can't see him out there, but short ball. Oh, and palmed
wide, and it may. Will the fielder get there? Yeah, but they've run through 2 runs comfortably. So that will end up costing them 3 runs.
It's like a good half stop by the keeper in the end. He looked like a goalkeeper there. Just tipped that one round the post. Oh, wow, that's a shot, that.
Oh, surely there was 2 runs on.
I think they were surprised that the fielder got round there. It was a great bit of work. Murray Workman timed the pants off that, but well done by the fielder in the deep. Got round and bit of teamwork, parried it back for his mate. Off cutter there from Poulton. Just checked into the leg side.
Batsmen are starting to show some intent.
Always the way though, isn't it, Paddy? Once you get yourself in, it always gets easier. That's what our coach always says. Just give yourself time, it always gets easier. Just got to get used to the pace and bounce and the conditions.
Swung at that one, didn't get hold of it properly, but still 1 run out of it. A number of changes on the field. Keeper called for a helmet. Looks like we've got a spinner coming on. Matt Armstrong. After 6 overs, we at 37 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Matt Armstrong bowling to Murray Workman. Murray has got 24 off 16.
He looks good though, doesn't he, Murray? Stylish batsman. He loves to sweep the spinners, so I expect to see that at some point.
Let's see what Chris does. Ooh. Pushes it away and they take 1 run.
Expect at least 1 sweep in this over from Workman. Oh, but he could be out.
It could be.
Pouch in the deep. Oh, that's a bit of a rash shot, I feel, from Workman. Into the wind there. Didn't get all of it and just comfortably pouched out there. So another one goes down for Rebels. Pangalore. They're up and about. I think he knew the minute he hit it that he didn't get that. He was already half turning to go.
And you just got the feeling that Murray was settling himself nicely and that we're going to see some. However, as earlier this morning, we had the wind push the ball short of the fielder on the boundary. And here we saw the wind push the ball to an easy catch for the fielder. I think we're going to see a number of catches there where
I think so.
the batsman is going to put enough in it for a 6 and the wind is going to push it back.
Yeah, definitely. The guys always underestimate the wind in Cape Town. It blows plenty. Just stops the ball. The boundaries don't look that big, but when the wind's blowing a gale, you have to seriously muscle it to get over the boundary. So a victim for the wind, but the Pangalore boys, they won't care about that. 39 for 2 here in the 7th over.
Daniel Small is our new batsman. Do we have any stats on him?
I'm sure we can get the Daniel Small stats up in a bit. Oh, this could be another one, a full toss.
He's getting there.
Oh, the hat-trick! First ball, the full toss. Straight up, and another one goes down the wind again, Paddy.
Is it appropriate to say, oops?
I think so. I think it wasn't the ball that Small wanted to deliver, but you take them anyway they come.
You gave that ball some air, and the batsman's eyes went wide. Let me have this. And man.
Don't worry. We don't need to show Daniel Small stats anymore. Don't worry about that. He's got to go back and, fortunately, back to the hut. So Rebels in a little bit of strife here. 39 for 3 in the 7th over. So they're 6 world champs, the most world champs of any team in LMS history, but they're just...
Is that the Rebels?
Yeah, Rebels 6th time. They've been to Cape Town in 2012, and then they came to Barbados 2015. Cape Town in 2017, Sydney 2019, and then Cape Town last year and this year, so that's 6. But just a little bit of, I don't know if it's inexperience or maybe just caught in the moment, but they're just not reading the conditions well here. You can score so freely.
They've played here a couple of times already.
Yeah, this is their 3rd time here. They're just still, the wind just, everyone underestimates it. I tell you, they bat deep, so they've got plenty of guys who can still score. This is Liebenberg now. He's a good player. Jason Liebenberg. Oh, guys, as the wind picks up, I think you've really got to say to yourself, we can score an extra 40 or so runs hitting with the wind in the back half, or whatever. Whenever you're hitting with the wind, you got to aim a bit higher and into the wind. Just be content with 1s and 2s down the ground and sweating anything short or loose to get square.
Very, very correct. Into the wind, you need to keep the ball down on the ground. Don't give the ball any air, because the wind is going to push it into the fielder's hands.
Oh, it would have been interesting if he bowled that one there, because Liebenberg was looking back at his bat. Ooh, a dot ball. So this is superb here from the Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Excellent.
The London side, they're putting it on the Johannesburg team here.
Yes, you really have to split your mind into two. You bat in one manner, playing against the wind, and then wait for the opportunity to bat with the wind, because then you just need to get the ball in the air, and it will float off for a 6 on its own.
Yeah, just give it a bit of air. It's like golf. You just get it up there, take the pitching wedge, put it up in the air, and let the wind do the rest.
Or at least get it 4 without much effort. But, they need to settle down.
Another spinner. Left arm now. Ooh, that's not the one, though.
Oh!
That's going to be a no ball.
Ouch. Cheeky too, but well run.
Yeah, so free hit now. So Rory Morris under a bit of pressure. I'm not sure if he's the natural 5th, 6th bowler, or if they just... Oh, free hit though. I tell you,
that hurts. That hurts.
Chris Pastorius is lucky that one wasn't a bowl, because if that gets on the highlight, getting out to a rank half tracker like that is not good for you. There was a loose delivery there from Rory. There you go. Oh, and well bowled. So we've had the full one, the short one, but now he gets it on the money. Pastorius just needs to stay calm here. Oh, another short one. Oh, into the wind. Oh, no, that's gone. That's with the wind, sorry. That's a biggie.
That's over the fence.
Yeah, that one over the fence.
And I suspect another ball lost.
Yeah.
Do we have an Uber driver out there? No.
Not at the moment. Might have to send someone round. But there is a gate where that cone is on the fence, but I don't know if the guys have spotted up yet. Out to the fielder. Jeez. They're living dangerously, Rebels. Every time they hit the ball in the air, it's in the direction of a fielder. Rory Morris is a good experiment here by Royal Challengers Bangalore to give him an over, see if he can buy a wicket, but he's not executed as yet. One good ball, but we've had a couple of long hops and a full toss. That one's not bad though. Low full toss and punched out to long off.
Yeah, the 11 runs from the over is a bit expensive. However, I'll switch it up a bit. And the batsman became a bit reckless in that over.
Yeah, every time they hit the ball in the air, it's just towards the fielder. They're lucky that it was the lefty that time, so he's getting the assistance of the breeze, but the right-handers don't want to be hitting the ball in the air into this breeze.
Nice defensive stroke. Matt Armstrong bowling. Push through covers. Jason wants to. Pastorius says no.
I think it's the right call. The last thing they need now is a run out. The fancy Armstrong here has been pitching it nicely. Pastorius is looking a bit twitchy there. He wants to get some boundaries, get the scoreboard ticking. Pushed out into the covers again. I tell you what, Liebenberg, he takes him a long time to get ready there. He like sets himself, then looks back to check his angle of his bat and his back lift, and then looks forward. One's clubbed out to the covers. Well done by the fielder out there. Rory Morris out there. Doing a great job for the team.
Great fielding.
The Pangalore boys have brought the intensity in the field here. Ooh, uppishly again, but just a couple of bounces to long off.
Who did you say is on long off there?
Rory Morris. I think
giving the batsman or giving him lots of exercise.
Well, they keep him in the game. So nice work there from Armstrong. He's 2 for 7 off his 2 overs. 55 for 3 here after 9. As we see another change of bowling here. Michael McArdle. So superb bowling there by Armstrong, going very nicely.
This is the 7th bowler coming up.
Really? He's giving everyone a roll here.
Yep.
McArdle, medium pacer. Oh! Playing a miss. So look at that. Everyone's 2 for Twine, 2 for T Massey, 1 for O Massey. Poulton bowled 1. He was the quickest of the bowlers. Armstrong's bowled superbly. Rory Morris a little bit expensive. McArdle in now. And just pushed out into the covers for 1. So fantastic from Pangalore. Packed with all-rounders here. Well, we hope they're all-rounders, because if they've just bought 7 bowlers, they might be in trouble in the second innings. Left-hander Pastorius. Ooh, can't have been far from leg stump there. Anything down legs are wide, but he's moved across there and wasn't far from leg stump. That would have summed it up for the Rebels so far if they one clipped leg on the way past. That's better from Pastorius. Solid. He opened the batting. He's looked solid. 23 off 21 at the moment. So last over before the turn. Might be a wide.
Ouch. Second wide and over. That costs 3 runs.
I don't mind the tactics though. Looks like he's just trying to keep it full. Say to Liebenberg, if you're going to hit me into the wind, go for it, buddy. Oh, down leg this time.
What's
Another wide.
What's happening?
So 9 after McArdle's first over. 64 for 3 here at the turn. So now 10 overs hitting towards the US Embassy with the wind. So Rebels be looking at cash in this back half, but they've lost the 3 wickets.
Yes, they'll buckle down and bat with intent. None of this wild swinging. But as we've seen earlier today, when batting with the wind, it doesn't take much effort to just lift the ball and get it across the boundary.
Definitely agree. I think it's good tactics though from Pangalore. When they identified the wind and how well Armstrong was going, they bowled the other change bowlers, but I think it's to hold back the Massey brothers, Twine and Poulton to bowl the most out over from this end and not give the guys anything to get underneath. I think that's the tactic anyway. I could be wrong.
Captain will say, clever captaincy.
See, that's it. Just bowl lengths, make them push it into the covers. It's well fielded there by Morris. So Toby Pullen, he was the quickest to the bowlers. There's a big gap at cow corner. And there's not much behind the wicket. I would think with the extra pace they maybe want to get their guys a bit finer.
Oh no!
Just bobbled off his leg for 4. It's unfortunate there.
Bounce the wrong direction.
I think that feels not quite right if he wants to bowl it into the wicket. That's better. Top of off, make them push into the covers. Any shorter than that, it's opening up the point boundary, the third man boundary. Same from this side. I think into the wicket on middle stump.
Oh, he got hold of that one. But there's a fielder coming around to square. Only 1 run.
I think Jason Liebenberg, he looks like he wants to muscle the ball straight, but if he's got anything outside off, he can just run it down to third man. Don't think the fielder will cut it off. That's well bowled. That's superbly well bowled there by Toby Pullen.
Seven runs from the over. Pulling now 2 overs, 15 runs. After 11 overs, 71 for 3.
So Aylesbury Outlaws 89 for 4 over at Camps Bay in the 15th over. So Westfield, the American side, got them under the cosh. Mark Ludlow, 37 not out. He's the main contributor so far. And Unz Ilias, 6 off 8.
There was something. Umpire says no.
So Ollie Massey back on now. And a nice ball to start with. Nice controlled line and length there from Ollie. So Paddy, where do you think the needles are sitting at the moment?
I believe in the next 2 or 3 overs will tell us which direction this game will go. If these two stick it out and they pick up the pace a little bit, then they could put up a decent score.
I think you're right. I was going to say on the fence. I think it's right in the balance at the moment.
But it's also the captaincy holding back the better bowlers for this side of the field. Is an excellent ploy.
Just another little bit of nibble there from Ollie, just standing the ball up nicely, just getting it to nip across the left-handers. This one clips square. Fielder's got a bit of work to do, but gets round. Nice little roll. Gets a clap from the travelling support and from the Rebels spectators as well, I think.
What's the umpire showing?
I think he's asking the keeper to toss him the ball because he's happy to give it to the bowler. There we go. So 75 for 3 here. 12 overs gone. So 40 balls remaining in this first innings of this third game of the opening day. The LMS World Champs. 2 games already happened here. 2 wins for the Bangladesh sides.
Do we know who's bowling?
I think this is Toby Pullen again.
Nice one to point. Only 1 run. Yes, it is Toby Poulton.
He looks similar to Ollie Massey, but Toby's just a bit more of a slingier action.
Oh, we got all of that.
4 runs.
Well enough.
So nice shot, Pastorius. He's starting to look good here. He just looks like he's much more comfortable on the back foot opposed to the front foot. He just played and missed a few times on the front foot, but on the back foot he likes his pulls and cuts. He's not the tallest man, but he's looks like a strong guy.
Rocked back nicely.
Ah.
Bowler was a bit short.
That's better. Oh, that's clubbed. I'll have some of that. Flown into the nets down there for 6. Great hit from Pastorius. They can't bowl full here. If they middle it, it's going to travel.
Fielder put in no effort to catch that ball because it was far out of his reach. Excellent shot. Rebels is going to need a bit more of this to put up a good total. Bangalore will have to keep their bowling tight.
Oh, and back
Not
to back.
again.
That one's in the embassy.
Yep, correct. Over the embassy. If you want to hurt a bowler, play 2 shots like that against him. Still 2 more balls to go.
No, they've got to get out of this over now. Poulton just 4-6-6 in his last 3 deliveries. 1 ball left. He's got to go hard into the wicket. Anything full is going to get clobbered. That's better. Much better length from Poulton.
Great recovery.
They've got their field set quite straight, but it's one of those situations. I almost feel like if he's getting hit, the ball's getting hit to those fielders. That's not where he wants to be bowling. I think he'd better have his fielders square and make the guys hit the ball square, because the wind is blowing right down the ground now. So anything full, they can just get whacked up in the air and it's going to travel. So make the guys cut and pull.
Ollie Massey back in the attack.
On a neck! On his way.
Yes!
That's a much better length. Got that cut shot and little feather caught behind. Good catch by the keeper. Way to his right. Batsman stood to wait for the decision, but definitely
Clear deviation there.
Yeah. And you got to ask the question, huh?
Yep.
So Liebenberg,
So,
nice little knock there, Paddy. 19 off 16. He just steadied the ship a little.
not a strike rate to write home about. However, not a bad strike rate either. Keep the runs, the board ticking over.
I agreed.
Still,
He's got
still got 6 plus overs to go. Can't take their foot off the pedal now.
And this is one of they're actually surprised he's batting so low. I'd forgotten that he was there. But Daniel Poulton, he's a very good batsman. He normally bats 3 or 4 from them previous tournaments, but down at 6 today. But he's very good. I think this might be a tactical move here that they want Poulton to hit with the wind in the back half. So they've held him back. Nicely pushed into the covers.
Only 1 run. But he starts off with a secure drive.
A solid batsman. He's been the overseas pro for a club in England quite a few times in his career, so he's been around the traps. Someone's pushed for 1. So Pastorius approaching 50 here, 45 off 32 now. It's been a good knock. There's been wickets tumbling around him and a bit of uncertainty, but he's managed to just steady the ship, and he's accelerated nicely towards the back end of the innings. 4-6-6 in a row in that last over.
Yes, this is more sensible cricket. Go for the ones and try and hit every ball out of the park.
Oh, this is up.
But
this is upfielder.
This is going to be trouble.
Oh, he's dropped it. I didn't think he was going to get there, but then he comfortably made the ground. As you see, a great angle here.
And from where I'm sitting, you could actually see the wind change the direction of the ball. He actually overran it.
Just blew closer to him in the end. You see it here. It was high. Pastorius rides his luck there. Picked up. Fielder got there. Then ended up just dropping onto his boots, thankfully. So he kicked it away from the boundary. But chance goes begging. I would have loved to get Chris Pastorius there and get 2 new batsmen at the crease. Uppishly again. So this is Twine. He bowled a lovely first spell, just to 8 off 2 overs. Back for his third.
.97 after 14.1 overs.
Ooh, down leg. I think. Yeah.
Wide plus 1 run.
So going for the kill there, going for the Yorker, but just strays down leg. Wow. Have some of that. Club it up here for 6. Into the classroom balcony here. And the spectators up here will go fetch that one. See on the replay, banged into the wicket. Pastorius says, thank you very much. I'll have that and I'll have my 50. So great knock there by Chris Pastorius.
Excellent knock.
Finishes up 53 off 35 deliveries. At one point he was about a run a ball 30. So he's finished strongly, 53 off 35, 4 sixes and the 1-4. Great knock there by Chris Pastorius. Gets a warm round of applause from his teammates as he comes off.
Okay, now who's the new batsman?
I think this would be Rudy Grayling, I think.
Rudy Grayling.
It's a very good leg spinner. Haven't seen a leg spinner yet today, so it'd be good to see him get into his work with the ball, but job to do with the bat here.
Very well played. Straight to the fielder, 1 run.
So
That was a nice confidence builder shot.
Yeah, very nice. First ball, thank you very much to have the single. Ooh. Well bowled there by Twine, just tucked up Poulton. So Poulton will be the key here. He's a class act with the bat to see the rest of this innings out. Nice looking cover drive. Yeah. Fielder's not going to get there, I don't think. Oh, well, he just carries it over. It was a great effort, but it just got caught under his arm. It goes to the rope for 4. But lovely shot there from Poulton, just over pitched by Twine. See the effort from the fielder here, chasing it all the way, puts in the big one, got down, just got caught under him there and
bounces off him onto the rope. Bad luck, great effort. But still 4 runs. Rebels will be happy with that. Oh no, wide. We don't need those.
No. Rebels will happily snap your hand off for a wide.
Oh, they will be so happy about it. But this game is on a knife's edge.
Ooh. Grayling looking to go downtown there, but just gets off the inside edge.
Well played. Just 0.1 run.
Another single, so just a little bit of cat and mouse again here. It's one of those times in LMS where you end up with 2 new batsmen at the crease, not because of wickets, but just because of a guy retiring. So just things just tighten up a little again. Rebels will just want to get the guys going. And oh, there we go. Full and bang onto the roof, over the roof. Thank you very much. Poulton will gleefully accept that from the bowler.
Well, Simon, you asked for it.
Yeah.
He delivered.
No, he's the key man now, Daniel Poulton. He's got long levers, anything full. He's going to easily fancy himself to clear that. It's probably a 70-yard boundary, I'd say. 70-yard hit with the breeze, so comfortable for him. Maybe slightly more than 70 yards, but easy one. Great shot.
Did they get the ball back?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Excellent. I was just sitting wondering, this is going to turn out to be a very expensive venue for LMS.
I'm just hoping.
Oh, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for the 2 runs and make it very comfortably.
I'm just hoping, Paddy, that the guys generally bowl first from this end in the first 10, so we're not losing new balls, just the old ones.
Yeah.
It's the old ones are easy to replace.
No, I'm fine.
So 4 overs left here. 1-2-2 for 4. Rebels got to be eyeing off minimum 150 here, but
maybe even 160.
Oh, again inside it, flies away out there to deep square, just for 1. This is Toby Pullen back now. He had a very expensive third over. Up until then, he'd bowled superbly. Ooh, I tell you what, Poulton's living dangerously, giving Poulton any length there. Anything full, I'm just expecting it to fly. It's got to go into the wicket here.
Does it change your bowling if you know you're up against such a master batsman?
I think it's got to. It's got to. Just pressure does crazy things. You see that in all sports when you know the guys are coming for you. Some guys are good at handling that, and other guys aren't. So Poulton's got to bowl into the wicket here. He can't be too short, but he's just got to bowl hard lengths, not give Poulton anything to get underneath on the front foot. That's a good length. That's very good length.
Excellent, excellent.
Sometimes if he hits that for 6, you just got to take your hat off and say fair play, good shot. But if he's hitting a half volley for 6, then you probably got to readjust your lengths. Oh, and that's well bowled. Little off cutter. I think it's got him right in the sweet spot there.
End of the over. End of the 17th over. 126 for 4.
So 3 left, 15 balls. They've got to be thinking 10 and over from here. So that's 156. But if they get a few more, bit more pressure, maybe they can get it up to around that 170 mark. I think they'd be very happy with that from here. But
I was just thinking now myself, 160 above, 160 plus could be deemed to be a very competitive score.
I think so, especially now that the wind's picked up. It just made it very tough hitting to the one side.
Fielders are there to cut it off.
So Poulton 20 off 11. Rudy Crayling 6 off 7. Well bowled again by Massey. Just bowling a really good length. Rudy wants to get him up towards cow corner, but just can't get underneath it.
Didn't get hold of that ball properly.
Sometimes the way when you really want to hit the ball hard, you just tense up that bottom hand and you can't time it properly. Oh, he's timed that though.
Can't complain about that timing.
Nope, that's a cracking shot there. Great shot by Daniel Poulton. Cracking shot over extra cover. It actually wasn't the worst ball, but he just clobbered that.
Oh, you can almost say that was a good ball that the bowler delivered. Right, next. 2 more balls to come.
And again, this one along the ground, exact same spot, but doesn't matter. In the air, along the ground, he's hit that clean.
He's not playing around. 30 from 13. What did you say about 170?
I said that's a good score. Oh, this one's in the air though. It's with the wind, but fielder, over his head. And 6, just that's what we're saying about the wind. That just got on the wind there. He didn't time that sweetly, but it's flown all the way. It's almost a leading edge, I think. Just drop kicked it straight up. Fielder was going back, 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 and just knew it was over his head.
What is that song? With a little bit of help from our friends. You could see the fielder setting himself. He was ready to catch that ball, and then eventually he just gave up, realizing that it's going over his head. And that is the impact of the wind.
The wind's been friendly for the bowling side in the first 10 overs, but very friendly for the batting side in the second 10. It's Ben Twine now. Well bowled.
Dot balls are very scarce. Need to compliment them at this stage of this game.
That's a great ball there from Twine. No room for error. Right in the block hole. And again, but it's a great shot.
All the way. 4 runs.
McArdle just couldn't quite get round to cut that one off. He was putting in the big ones.
Looks like Rudy's coming to the party.
Oh, that's
yes.
6.
I can't see that ball. Where is it gone?
That's gone over the fence. That's long gone. That's pitched on the other side of the road there.
Good
Missed
heavens.
his length there and clobbered. Bang.
I didn't know cricket is this easy. Wow. Nah, he got hold of that.
Missed his length. That's better.
And tried the same. With a flat bat this time. Are they going to go for 2 runs? Wisely decides against it.
Oh, that's not the length to bowl.
No,
That's the better length to bowl. The previous one, the full toss, is just going to be carnage at this stage. But into the wicket. There you go. Could be a chance.
No, there's no fielder there.
And the end of an over, 1 to go here. That 170 looks very attainable from here, Paddy.
Definitely does. Even though, they've only got 1 over left. But if you look at Daniel, 37 runs, 15 balls. So 5 balls, that means 20 runs. Okay, now let's not get carried away here. Who's bowling the last over? Tom Massey. Bowling to Daniel Poulton.
Oh, wow, that's a shot, that. That is an unbelievable shot. With length and just cracked it straight.
How do you bowl to somebody like this? Not like that. Again, as you pointed out, don't let...
Oh, a bit of deft touch as well.
Wide. 4 runs.
He's got it both, Poulton. He's got the power game. He's got the technique and he's got the deft touch. Just guided that one through the vacant slip court, and there's no one at third man, no one at fine leg, and flies away for 4. Keeper's got to go and fetch it from the boundary. Ooh, another big swing.
They're going for it.
But don't throw it. Hold on.
Keeper very wisely decides to rather hang on to the ball than to have a shy and create many more overruns. Gently nudged on the onside. Are they going to go for 2? Yes, they're running, and yes, they're going to make it safe. Great running. No hesitation from Daniel. He decided beforehand that it was going to be 2 and ran hard for it. Very well done. Last ball of the over coming up. 169. Are we going to see 170?
I'd hope so. We might see 180 with the home run here.
Slow down.
Home run for 180. Oh, he's given it his all, but no, you're right. Just going to be the 170. Riding no chaos. Yeah, all good. So 170. And I must say, Paddy, it's a good fight back there from Rebels. They were on the rack a little at 50 for 3. 50 for 3 after 8. And they 120 in the last 12 they did.
Yeah, they were at, 60 or 70 after 10 overs?
Yeah, I think so. So 100 in the last 10, we did say that wind was adding about 20-odd plus runs, but they've done very well. Superb knock from Poulton, 47 off 18 balls. Rudy Grayling, 21 off 14, did his bit.
But
Sorry, go on.
The trick now is to not relax and to realize we've experienced what this wind does. So, Rebels, some cheering for the teams coming off the field, because yes, that was great to watch. You want to run through those quickly, Simon?
Yeah, sure. So we had Chris Pastorius. He started off slowly, but he had wickets tumbling around him. Got going, 53 off 35. Ruben Detroit nicked off to Tom Massey, 2 off 5. Murray Workman, I think he'll want to relive his shot again, trying to take on the fielder into the wind, 25 off 18. Daniel Small, the very next ball, got a full toss and tried to have a piece of it and got caught, hitting into the wind again. Liebenberg, very nice, 19 off 16, just settled the ship. Then Poulton closed it out, 47 off 18, and Rudy Grayling, 21 off 14, with a little cameo at the end. So 170 for 4 after 20 from the Rebels. So we look at the bowlers now, Paddy.
Ben Twine stood out at first, but they took him for a couple of runs towards the end, 34 off his 4. Pick of the bowlers is down. Matt Armstrong, although they only bowled 2 overs, it were middle overs, went for only 7 runs and took 2 wickets. Excellent. Tom Massey, 4 overs, 37 runs. Ollie Massey, 4 overs, 33 and a wicket. Sorry, Tom Massey also took a wicket. Toby Pullen, 4 for 36. Morris, 1 for 11, and McCurdle, 1 for 9. Bowlers put on a very good show again in the first. It's a game of 2 innings, isn't it?
Yeah.
The innings are split in 2. It's totally the first 10 overs and the second 10 overs are very different. Sorry. So, yeah.
No, yeah, I agree. The guys just, I think that maybe they'll get used to their first game in these conditions, but early with the guys hitting into the wind, they had the field right, nice and straight, but I think probably second 10, they had their field set a little bit straight, so the bowlers wanted to bowl into the wicket, but because the field's set so straight, there's no protection square of the wicket for the cuts and the pulls, and then when they did err on the full side, Poulton and co took full toll and cleared that straight boundary. But we'll be back in about 5 or so minutes with the run chase. Royal Challengers Pangalore needing 171 for victory up against the Rebels from Johannesburg. So we'll be back shortly. So he back here. Rebels ball in hand. Craig Marshall, the skipper. Poulton and Armstrong at the crease.
Wow.
First ball, a neck and gone. Toby Poulton. Craig Marshall swings the ball big. Not what the Royal Challengers Pangalore wanted. First ball, shapes it. Little neck, carries through. Caught. Finger went straight up.
Great bowling. Great bowling.
So unlucky there for Poulton. He's gone. But interestingly here, Paddy, the Rebels asking the Royal Challengers Pangalore to hit with the wind in the first 10. So they're saying if you want to win this game, you've got to do your work early.
Very interesting. Giving them a free pass on the first 10 overs.
I don't mind it though because it's scoreboard pressure. So Pangalore hitting with the wind. They probably said they want to hit 100 hitting this way and then see what they can get hitting the other way. So if they knock 100 after 10 overs, then they're going to feel the pump a little bit. So it's good tactics. Make the guys work for it, especially when the ball's new if it's going to swing.
Under pressure, the need will be there to go for the big shots because we know we need to get a big score on before we change. Let's wait for this. And they might play one or two shots that's not recommended and end up losing their wickets in that manner. Vice versa, if we can put enough pressure and keep the score low, below 100 I would imagine, 100, 110, then the challenge will be to hit 70, 80 runs against the wind. Yeah, I think there might be some... That might be what they're thinking of.
I think so. And, Craig Marshall, he said it's his 6th world champ, so he's played a lot here. Knows what pressure does. That's a lovely looking shot there from the left-handed Matt Armstrong. Just what you want first up. Just a little drive out off the middle of the bat. So the other seamers they've got here, I think, is Poulton bowls seam up. Rudy Grayling is a leg spinner. Liebenberg, I reckon, is a seamer as well. Marshall's getting his field right. I think this is right. Just moving for the lefty, getting him mid-wicket more squarer. There'll be a wide there.
Amazing how we've gone silent with the wide. One thing that we don't want to see.
Nice shot there again from Armstrong. Looks good. Looks solid.
Looked confident. Agree. It's now up to Armstrong and Twine to settle the ship. Recover from the shock of that first ball.
They definitely wouldn't have wanted Poulton to be heading off after one delivery, but anyway.
That would have knocked their confidence a bit. 5 runs off and a wicket off the first over. We now have Daniel Poulton. Let's see whether he bowls as well as he bats.
He's not quick by any means, just medium pace, but he doesn't miss his spot. He starts with a wide though.
Oh!
Rare Lucy. The Bangalore boys give a cheer for the wide there.
Can't blame them, can we?
No, all in good fun, that. Another single.
Good bowling. Good run. And I think that's important for the batsmen. They need to just take a little bit of time, maybe 1 over, not many, to get bat on ball.
Nice shot there from Armstrong. Jeez, he looks compact.
See, that will allow you to build up some confidence and get your eye in so that you're ready for the odd loose ball that comes around. But we haven't seen many of those.
Oh, it's heaved away to the leg side, but I think Rebels will be very happy with their start, Paddy. They've gotten the wicket, and what they would have wanted is just the Pangalore to just go in their shells a little bit, especially in this first 10 when they're hitting with the wind. If the guys are being more conservative, and then they've got to go more aggressively into the breeze, and that's going to be dangerous. Nice shot there, though.
Why?
One.
Fielder out, yeah? Yes, no, fully agree with you.
Just got a big gust of wind come through then. It's slowly picking up here.
You can see it by the banner on the fence. That's now being rattled. But back to cricket. Daniel Poulton is back. No, sorry, Craig Marshall.
The skipper, Marshall.
Back to bowl at Armstrong. Armstrong 7 off 7. Nudges it through slips. There are no slips.
So perfect start here for the Rebels. 12 for 1 in the third over. And no boundaries yet, I don't think. Good morning.
Apologies, that was somebody sending me a message. Yes, and I think the 1 wicket is critical because that's just to rattle the confidence cage. But more importantly is the 12 runs from the run rate is down. It's not climbing.
I fully agree. 158 needed off 88 balls, but they've got to do the bulk of the scoring in the next 38. They don't want to be trying to chase more than 80, I don't think, in the last 10 overs.
I agree. I'd be more comfortable with 70. But they can make 80.
All depends on execution, of course. If the Rebels come and bowl rubbish to them, anyone can chase anything. But the way they've started so far, they'll be very happy.
They need to retain wickets.
So Armstrong and Twine, they've had 15 balls between them now. So they're a runner ball, 9 and 6 respectively. Ooh, that's well bowled there by Marshall. Armstrong looking to come down the wicket a little, but it's a good length. Just a little 1-2 shuffle, but it's underneath the bat. And Poulton back for his second over. Just went for 6 in the first. So 15 for 1 after 3. Runner ball at the moment. The key thing for Pangalore is there have been no dot balls, but conversely, there's been no boundaries either. Oh, and he's bowled him. They felt that boundary shot was coming. He got a length that he liked the look of, but just couldn't execute. Great length again. Just a little bit of induct there from... And clips the top of leg stump, and on his way, Ben Twine.
And look how the head drops.
Oh, it's just tailed in with the breeze then. Wind just pushing it from left to right. So well bowled. Daniel Poulton picks up his first wicket. And the second one down now for Pangalore.
And now we might start talking about it might have been a good choice for Rebels to bowl against the wind first.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's especially in a run chase, just when the ball's swinging against the old ball, hitting with the wind, it gets easy if you miss your length. When it's moving around, as soon as you increase your bat speed, it's more margin for error. And as we saw there, if you miss, the ball's going to hit. So a new batsman here, Tom Massey. He bowled very tightly.
He is very interesting. Last 10 balls, all ones, 1 dot, but no boundaries. And Bangalore is going to need a lot of those.
Yeah, good there from Poulton, a heavy ball. Nice shot there from Armstrong. He's called for 2 off the bat. Sent back though. The Rebels look slick in the field as well here, Paddy. Everyone all fielding as a team. As soon as the fielder came in off the boundary, the guy on the opposite corner also came in to back up. Well drilled outfit. And Poulton there saves a single off his own bowling.
Yes, on that previous ball, you saw the fielders on this side of the field already running to get into a cover position for the fielder on the other side of the field collecting the ball. Great teamwork. Just a nibble.
Another single though, and again, guys off the rope to back up. And the end of another over, so 4 done now, 18 for 2, so dropped below a run a ball now. So Pangalore need a few boundaries here.
Definitely.
But the bowling's been too good so far from the Rebels. Poulton and Marshall. Very
Done an
experienced.
excellent job, and we've got Marshall coming back for another. You think he might bowl out the 2 of them?
Nice again. I think possibly Marshall will bowl out because he's more of a swing bowler. But Poulton, he might hold Poulton back for 1 or 2 for the end. But I expect Marshall will bowl. I was going to say at least 3, but that's a given. But he might bowl all the way through just while he's shaping it.
Because if they're not getting your bowlers to the boundary, keep the pressure on.
Yeah, I agree. The more they can get them behind the run rate now, they basically, well, you never say it's over till it's over, but they're basically winning themselves a game here in these first few overs. Building pressure.
Was that a wide? No.
Well bowled.
Batsman bent down asking for the wide, but it wasn't.
Risky because any bat on that's going to fly away through the slips before, but gets away with it. Could be 2 there. Fielder's coming off the rope quickly. Nope, sends him back. Well done out there.
Well, it might be one of the reasons why they have been champions so often.
Well, they've been national champions here in South Africa a few times. Tied. Oh, shot.
Excellent, but
Oh, got to get away with it.
that was a close call.
Great shot there from Armstrong. Got it where he wanted. Hit it dead straight. Ruben de Toit out there. Got tall, but couldn't quite get the fingertips on it.
He needed another foot or two.
Yeah.
Coming back to Rebels being champions, it's often said that the character of a team can be seen in how they do their field work. And as we've mentioned a couple of times already, and it's only 5 overs, these guys are putting themselves into it. Great to see. Okay, we've got Jason Liebenberg coming up. You know him?
I don't know him. Yeah, he's been around LMS for a while, but I've not seen him I don't think I've seen him anywhere at the World Champs or anything, but looks like he's a medium pacer, so they're keeping the theme going while the guy's hitting with the wind. I'm looking forward to seeing Rudy Grayling bowl later. He's a very good leg spinner.
Batsman goes searching.
Tom Massey on strike here. Liebenberg, that's
I just noticed
great
that.
Ball there. So another boundary here for Pangalore. So this is what they need, the change bowler to come on. Just get a loose one. Excuse me. And helped around the corner for 4. So apologies, we're just coming our camera angle from behind the batsman at the moment. The wind's just picked up a bit here, and the cameraman was a little bit nervous up in that scaffolding, so bring him down to look after him. Oh, that's well bowled though, right in the block hole. Just jammed down on for a single. So the two lefties now, Armstrong and Tom Massey at the crease. They're looking good. They need to up the rate.
That's the critical thing. Got hold of that ball properly, but straight to the fielder.
Oh, straight to him. Massey looking dejected there. Liebenberg finding that Yorker length. Little bit of shape and straight through and hits middle and off. So superb bowling there by Jason Liebenberg. Rocks back Tom Massey's off peg. And Pangalore under the pump hit.
Yes, this is going to be an uphill. Bangalore have to find a way to counter the effective bowling of the Rebels, or else they're going to be left with an impossible hill to climb in the last 10 overs. I hope the umpires were clever enough to ask for the heavy bails, the extra heavy bails.
I hope so. There must be just a common thing here in Cape Town. We struggle to find a light bail, I reckon.
Yeah, we often play league games without bails because the wind just blows them off.
I think concrete bales or lead bales there. So Pastorius now on to bowl. So this is a challenge here. Going to be a challenge for him. Spinner. Right arm off spin. Straight away. Armstrong looking to be aggressive.
Played a good shot, but wasn't able to get underneath it.
And another lefty here for Pangalore. Full of left-handers here. It's 3 so far in the middle order. Rory Morris now. Bowled 1 over as well. Oh, little reverse sweep straight away. Reverse paddle.
Played.
Superb shot there from Morris. Just manoeuvring the field.
Very inventive.
They need a bit more of that, especially in the back half. If Rory Morris can do that in the back half and get the ball going with the wind behind him, then they're not out of it. This one a bit more traditionally played in the same direction, but a little late cut as opposed to the reverse paddle.
Got a hold of that well, but straight to the fielder. But yes, good to see. We're seeing some intent. They're not going to take this lying down.
Now Pastorius, he'll be up between him and Poulton here for man of the match. Depends how well each of them bowl. Poulton and Pastorius, the main run scorers for Rebels.
I will agree with you on that one. Although Poulton's, I don't know if his run's in front of me now, but his run rates is extraordinary.
It's all about when you get them though, so I don't know if it's not factored in on our algorithm, but Pastorius' knock was very important. He just held it together while those wickets falling around him.
Okay.
Liebenberg, geez, he's good at these Yorkers. Started with one loose one, but since then he's kept it nice and full in the block hole. Doesn't want to miss his length, because if it's a half volley or a full toss, he might travel, but at the moment, right on the money.
No space to move. Rebels definitely wouldn't mind the 1 runs.
No, especially at this stage. Called too early. Don't think he'll get back. No, good decision.
They should have gone for it. Meaning that if they were committed and set off, then again, I'm not on the field running there, am I?
Do you think you would have made it back for 2?
No, I don't think so.
A great take there by Murray Workman, showing his athleticism behind the stumps. But down leg, so it's a wide. But Workman saving 4.
.44 after 7.5 overs. Oh.
Shot.
Nice shot. Straight to the fielder.
Good cricket all round. Decent delivery. But finds the man. Just the one. Nice hand.
Again, got hold of it. Fielder comes around easily to cut it off. Bangalore will need to find the gaps. .46 runs after 8 overs, 3 wickets down. Rory Morris, 9 runs from 7 balls. Did he? No, didn't find the gap. Going for 2 runs, making it home easily. Matt Armstrong, now 24 from 19. Chris Pastorius with his second over. Tried to get in behind that one. Didn't get hold of it properly. Straight to the fielder.
Oh, gone by a mile.
Wow.
Well bowled Pastorius. Think he saw him coming. Took the pace off, dragged his length back. Rory Morris has missed that and he's stumped by a third of the wicket there. Whoa, big swing. Murray Workman. He's not going to miss out on those. See from the side there, he stumped by about 3 yards.
Yeah, there was no attempt to get back because he knew it was out by a mile. But what would you say? The pressure's starting to get to them?
I think so. I think tactically it's a brilliant move from Craig Marshall to pick this side to bowl from first. Just put a lot of pressure on the best batsman to do the heavy lifting early. Normally it's the other way around. They set the innings up and then the guys at the end come in and whack a few against the old ball. But good tactics, I think, from Rebels. They closed out the innings very well. Scored 120 in the last 12 overs. Now, just really turning the screw with the ball. So 2 balls left in the 9th over. Pangalore here from London. 49 for 4. Chris Pastorius 1 for 11 in his second over. Nice push to the offside from Daniel Damley-Jones. So the 50 up for Pangalore in the 9th over. But 121 more needed here.
1 ball to go in the 9th.
Nice shot. Ruben de Toit out there, long off. He's been busy. Keeps that one to another single. We thought he's half a chance for a catch at one point. So 9 down. Liebenberg coming back to bowl his 3rd over. He's bowled very well so far. Right up in the block hole. Hasn't given the batsman much to get underneath. Picked up the wicket of testing me now, but
Massey,
Toby Massey, yorked him. Nice work, Paddy, all over it there. Oh no, you're reading off the score sheet. I thought that was from memory. So again, he's just keeping it. He's very good with his length here, Liebenberg, right in the block hole. Armstrong being the mainstay of the innings so far. He looks very good, but just hasn't had much support so far. But another dot.
Charges down the wicket.
It's an unerring length from Liebenberg. Just backing himself not to miss it. Oof.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was nearly overthrows at both ends there. That ball's just bounced right on the edge of the outfield and just died. They managed to get back for an extra, so nice running by Pangalore, but they need a lot more of that.
And again. That's not good after I said how well they're fielding.
Another single. So 55 for 4 after 10. We'll spin around now. So not what Pangalore wanted hitting with the wind, and they've given themselves 116 to get in the last 10 now, hitting into the breeze. So it's going to be an uphill battle.
Our Rebels were 80, 90 after 10.
Yeah, maybe. I think they got about 100 in the last 10. So maybe 60 odd, 65 maybe after 10.
Yeah, we were discussing that it's going to be, or thinking that it was going to be another low-scoring match.
They lost 2 wickets quickly, I think, in the 8th, 6th, 7th, 8th over. 2 and 2 balls.
Yeah, we've got 55 runs with the wind. Right, let's see what happens. It's cricket. 10 overs to go. 4 wickets in hand. 116 runs needed. Tries to nick it. Appeal for LBW. No response from the umpire. They go through for 2 runs.
I think he's given us runs, so
umpire gives it as runs.
Yeah, so must have got a tickle on that, but I like that from Armstrong. He's recognised that it's going to be tricky to hit it into the wind, so going for the paddle sweep.
That's 2 runs. Oh,
Paddy,
well played and great fielding.
Paddy, if you don't mind, I might get you to jump out after it's over. We're going to bring in a special guest. He's the head of athletic performance for Royal Challengers Bangalore, Sean.
Right.
He's going to jump in and give us a few words, maybe a bit of advice. So the Rebels, you'd say that in the box seats at the moment. They bowled I think they've played the conditions better so far than the guys from London. Their first time here playing in the Cape Town wind. This one's pushed into the covers. So Paddy's going to jump out. We'll just bring Sean in now. Sean, welcome back. Obviously the Director of Athletic Performance for Royal Challengers Bangalore, but enjoying the tour so far?
Oh, enjoying it, really enjoying it. You know, a few sore heads this morning, a few headaches after the state you saw us in last night. So that runs from that again?
I think buys that one, but they'll take him at any way they come at the moment. The boys a little bit under pressure at the moment.
Oh, very under pressure. I think we were expecting some of the big boys going out early to get a few runs, but, they've let us down. Tom Massey got his girlfriend here. I think when she goes home, he might get some more runs in, so fingers crossed for that.
We'll see how we go. Hopefully she's not listening in at the moment.
She normally takes a joke well, but we'll see.
I think the Rebels' tactics were very good, making the guys try and hit the new ball that was swinging around a bit with the wind. They just challenged them with the new ball. And
yeah, I think we've recognised a bit of a mistake. Our captain, Ben Twine, I think realised maybe we should have bowled with their sort of helping wind to them sort of in the first 10. I think we got that wrong, but it's a learning experience, first time in Cape Town, so.
Well, the wind it's about a plus minus 40 run wind, I reckon. When you're hitting with it, you just got to get it in the air and the ball flies. But
oh, for sure. I think one thing the boys wanted me to mention as well, are the black lines where the run-up's meant to be coming in from, because I think the opening bowler for the Rebels was stealing a few yards, getting a bit of extra run-up, was he?
I can't quite see it from here, but we'll speak to the umpires.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of wily experience. Nice shot there by Daniel Damley-Jones in the gap. Bit of work for the fielder to do. Just tap back inside and they'll come back for 3.
Yeah, can't say either of these batsmen are known for their scoring many boundaries, but they're not exactly known for their running between the wickets either. I think fitness issues for both of them have escalated over the tour. Up north, probably still lingering around.
Armstrong has got a very nice technique though, looks solid. So
he's the only one with experience in this continent, that's why I'd say.
He's looked good. As you said, he doesn't look like the hardest or longest striker of a ball, but he's looked very compact, driven the ball nicely. Oh, and that's a bit of invention though.
Oh, it's a great shot by Matty.
All the way. Whoa, 1 bounce for 4. So great shot there from Matt Armstrong. Look at that. Exposing the stumps, but off the middle. It just pitches inside. So they need a bit more of that, but good from Matt there, recognising that it's much easier hitting with the breeze, so might as well be a bit inventive. You got to risk it at this stage. 101 needed of 42 deliveries. So any plans for this evening for the guys?
Just a bride with the boys, few beers as well, I think. We're going to go up and attack table mounting first thing in the morning, so a bit more chilled out than yesterday, I think. Yesterday got a bit out of hand. Made a few friends at the Sevens, made a couple of friends at Newlands, maybe a few people bemused thinking we were on a cricket tour, but I need to assure all the listeners that we are on a drinking tour with a bit of cricket. And we will not let our fans down in that regard. We might let the fans down in the cricket, but when it comes to boozing and all the content they see on social media, we'll never let them down on that.
And of course, you guys have got some special uniform that I saw going about. Got the custom Speedos for the tour.
We've got the budgie smugglers for the tour on top of all the last man stand stash. We've got bucket hats that we got made. There's some club ties which I think will come out, for one big evening, one big dinner at the end of the tour. Looking forward to presenting those to all the boys, all the players and all the supporters as well.
So now that the leg spinner, Rudy Kraling, he's a very handy bowler. It's obviously not his ideal matchup bowling to 2 lefties, but yeah, he's a very good bowler. He bowls a good googly, turns it a bit, so I don't know how the guys go playing the leg spin, but this will be a test for them here. They've obviously held him back for this back half to make the guys hit into the wind. Just getting his field right. Very straight set field. They've kept the guy behind, point on the offside for the reverse sweep from Armstrong. Nice sweep.
Oh, that's a great shot on that.
Very solid there from Armstrong. Little bit of loop there from Grayling, just trying to find his length, and Armstrong gleefully accepts. Found the gap at square leg. The Rebels, of course, they're 6 world champs, and Rudy Grayling's played at least 2 or 3 of them, so experienced bowler. This one goes finer. There'll be at least 2, maybe 3.
Oh, there won't be 3 with these boys, not at all.
Maybe I got a bit ahead of myself, Sora.
Yeah,
no, the
they haven't been sticking to the conditioning program over the winter, so I wasn't expecting a 3 there.
Of course, what league are you guys playing in back in London?
So yeah, this is our second. We just completed our second season, so we're in Barnes Common and where were we first season? Wandsworth Common, and then we moved over to Clapham Common for our second season, sort of winning our first league both years, and then sort of mixed fortunes in the sort of knockout round.